chugga, 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 choo, choo. I gotta catch the A train. Where's it at? What's up, Adam? That's right, I caught the A train, didn't I? Where's he at? Oh, I caught the A train. Yes, I did, Adam. I caught you. Yes, I did. I bet you never expected the old Bergman to be giving you a shout out, huh? That's right. I understand that you have a podcast. That's right, and I understand that you represent the old Minnesota Vikings. I love purple. Yes, I do. I love purple. And I gotta give it to you. Minnesota Vikings are a damn good team. But I do love purple. And, well, that's the purple I love, brother. I'm sorry. I know you got a great podcast. Odin's Den is, let me tell you, one of the best podcasts I've ever seen. Especially about their football team. You hear me? So look, brother, you keep it up. You keep it up, Adam. Oh, hey, dude. A-Train, that's right. The A-Train is chugga, 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 chugga. Choo-choo! The A-Train's coming, baby. Look out, man, because the Bergman's winning more. The Bergman's winning more. The A-Train and Bergman. We can do anything we want. Let me tell you, brother. Hey, look. There was somebody that got in touch with me to get a hold of you. And he said, brother, he is so proud of you. 100 episodes. Man, that is bad A. And you know what I mean by A. 100 episodes. Way to go, brother. Boom, fist bump on that one. You hear me? Look, you stay safe out there in this time of old Corona or COVID-19. Choo-choo, the A-Train will run right through it. I know that for a fact, brother. You hear me? You should keep yourself safe, man. And look, Josh the dork. Okay, I said it wrong. He's not a dork. It's Josh the Duke. D-O-O-K. Not dork. It's dork. Duke. Dork. I don't know how he wants to pronounce it, man. But Josh sent this to you there, Adam, old A-Train. I'm sorry. Look, we both got great teams, and they both are purple. So they gotta be good. You hear me? So look, you keep going with old Odin's Den. You keep going, brother, because it's one of the best podcasts I've ever seen. You do it up. You take care, brother. And from old Josh the Duke, dork, ding-a-ding-a-ding-dong, I don't know. It's the Bergman and Josh saying, congratulations on 100.
Go Vikings, let's win this game.
Shouldn't that cheese be in your mouth, not on your head?
Viking Nation, prepare to enter Valhalla with the most entertaining podcast of the Minnesota Vikings. And now, Odin's Den with A-Train and the Hammer.
Oh, baby, we're back, and there's been minor technical difficulties, but that was just a little button to push. And here we are. We got the AC on, even though I should go turn that off, because they can hear it on the pod fart. It's Odin's Den episode, man, I don't even know what episode it is, man. 109, I think? Something like that.
A-Train, how the hell are you?
109. I don't know. Pretty good, but a little unprepared in a way. And I can always rely on you to lay the lumber of things.
Well, it took about 45 minutes before recording this to get my microphone working.
Yeah, and that was an easy fix. That little button was pushed that I didn't realize there at first. But
excellent work, super producer man.
Hey man, we run a tight, high quality ship over here.
Yeah.
We have an entertaining, out-of-the-box comedic ship over here. This is episode 109. This is our after the draft, aftermath, you could say, episode with A-Train and the Hammer.
Yeah.
Welcome to Odin's Den. Stop saying over there. Fuck. God, man. Get the fuck out of here.
A-Train has a button, and I'm just pushing.
Nah, you brought over Caribou Coffees. You can send us check for the advertisement whenever you want, Caribou.
Yeah, you're welcome, Caribou Coffee.
Go through their drive-thru, and they'll give it to you in a tray, and they won't let you touch their hands.
That works for me.
If you go through one of the drive-thrus, I don't know about the kiosk, but if you go through the drive-thru over here, they like set out a thing and all your stuff's in it, and they're like, please don't touch the tray, just touch your items. And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, just pick the items out of the
and I'm
tray.
like, okay, bye. Such a weird time we're living in, man. I don't want to go in anywhere that requires a mask. I don't really care.
I have a Viking mask.
I don't have a mask. I don't really want to wear one. So places that require it, which aren't that many, I just don't give a shit, I guess. And I don't care about, it's not that I don't care about other people. I'm definitely staying at home. I'm definitely avoiding the old folks and the people who would be worse off if they got anything. But I'm confident in my own abilities to tell myself how I'm feeling. I do have seasonal allergies, not to be confused with the old corona. But we don't need to like shed any limelight on that garbage.
See, we're about, 5 feet apart right now?
Yeah,
roughly?
like it's
I guess
mattered
we're not
anyway.
social distancing because it's supposed to be 6.
Well, whatever, man. Whatever, dude.
We are endangering
People
America by doing this podcast.
You know what? It's endangering America, putting all these rules on everybody just for the sole fact that it's getting nice out, winter's over. People want to grill, they want to go out, they want to hang out with their friends. People are literally rioting because they have to wear masks and they have to do this and they have to do that. You know one thing about America is you never keep the American people down. They'll always do whatever the fuck they want to do. I'm all for prevention and protecting people and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, there's science behind that 6-foot rule, isn't there?
Oh, totally.
I mean, yeah,
totally. But then there's going to be about
something we should
30%
be
of the
doing.
population, probably way higher than that, who just don't give a shit. So, but yeah.
Well, just best of luck to everybody. Do your best not
Yes.
to, do your part to help not spread the thing, and
Yes.
hopefully we'll all come out clean on the other side.
Yeah, I mean, we're still lucky to be in a state where things are pretty low-key compared to most other places. So, yeah. We're just kind of doing our thing. Man, you go out on the streets here in Fargo. You go out on the street on a Saturday, everybody's shopping, going out to eat a little bit. It's just like business as usual. If you look at the streets of Fargo on a Saturday afternoon, it looks like business as usual, man.
Well, Fargo is starting to slowly reopen now, I believe. So
Yes,
We're
yes.
starting that process.
But our trends of the spread haven't really gone down. We're still got about 40 positive tests a day. I think we're at like 30, early to mid-30s in deaths, which is pretty low. And they've all been like 80-plus-year-olds, I think, unfortunately.
I still don't know anybody that has it, do you?
Nope, do not. I
Yeah.
do not. And
Yeah,
we got a
me
shitload
neither.
of testing going on, which is awesome. And a lot of the tests are negative. But, yeah.
Yeah,
But-
our buddy Marcus Sharkus went in and got tested, but he's negative.
Correct.
Yeah.
Correct. But a lot of those, some of those tests aren't always great either. The antibody after the fact ones, there's a bunch of different versions of them, and they can throw up false positives. So,
I think Marcus Sharkus has an
Nothing's-
open invitation to come on this podcast whenever he feels like it, right?
well, just as long as he doesn't cough all over us, yeah.
Fair enough. Yes.
Yeah.
So, like,
yeah.
if there was an episode where it was a Monday night game, I couldn't co-host, and if Ronster wasn't available, perhaps then Marcus Sharkus would be the co-host.
Maybe.
Right? Yeah.
Maybe.
Love
Maybe.
that guy.
All right. Let's get into episode 109. Our last episode, I want to thank anybody who actually listened to the whole thing. I felt bad. I got bored recording it. You probably got bored listening to it. It was like a really long hour and 40-minute movie that was boring. Just the Hammer droning on about college. If you loved college in the draft, you loved it. But it was a long episode, man, and it wasn't exactly nonstop comedic entertainment. It was a lot of analysis. It was a lot of who are we going to draft, which is great, which is fine.
It was mostly who I like and who I don't like. So.
Right. You got to admit, it was probably a little long in the tooth, a little analytical in the tooth as well, not as much humor or pre-recorded or anything like that.
I don't compare myself to other people, so I don't know.
Right. Well,
like-
you and Arif Hassan have a war going on.
Oh,
though.
no, we don't. That's ridiculous.
All I have to say is that we might not be part of the media. We might not have our badges to get into the back room. The Hammer might not have a lifelong football eye and played and this and that and credentials. We might not have credentials, but the Hammer has decent takes on things. And he could be right about things that people like Arif or other people aren't correct on. Anybody could be
I don't
correct.
know.
And anybody could be incorrect.
I'm not the most hardcore
You're not.
college football watcher in the world.
No, you're not at all.
I mean, there
but
are fans that know more about it than I do, and there are other
for
fans
sure.
that maybe don't know as much. It's
for sure. But
one of those
considering
things.
considering our limited access, our limited knowledge, exposure, hardcoredness, whatever you want to call it,
I watch
You still
college
have some
games here and
decent
there.
takes, right?
Yeah.
Right. I don't think we're just over here blowing complete trash smoke. I mean, I don't know much. I'm more the entertainment and run the podcast, and you're more the analytical information of the Vikings.
Well, you were begging me to do this podcast back in the day when you
No,
were just getting it up and
no,
running.
no.
You needed someone that knows a little about football, so naturally you came over to
Well, I knew that Tom
me.
Brady was a weak bitch.
Tom Brady, right?
Tom Brady was a weak bitch. I knew that, so he looked like such
That's
a
very
little
good,
bitch
Adrian.
when he was in the combine. He was such a little baby back bitch. But yeah, anyway, we saw how that worked out.
Yeah,
Those
that was
those
random.
cheaters. Those cheaters are over in Tampa Bay now. Get your playbooks early, go into the wrong
Yeah,
house, whatever
yeah.
the fuck you want to do. Go have fun in Tampa Bay. Man, what an interesting year this is going to be, though. We get to see the Pats without their fucking a couple of their superstars. We get to see the Bucks with a brand new roster, practically.
We had a very interesting draft, and this is going to be a very interesting season.
Yeah, and we will obviously do our draft recap, tell you everybody that we got. If you're living under a rock and you have no idea or you don't know anything about them, we'll try to break it down for you. But yes, welcome to episode 109. Thanks for listening. Thank you for listening to the last one if you did. Fuck, it was long.
It was one of our longer ones.
We should never have an hour 40 podcast. We should really be able to work on tightening that up. Providing
Yeah,
a
that
nice
was with
entertaining package
skipping-
for the people.
That was with skipping the tight end position. That was mostly
Yeah.
with skipping linebackers. That
Yeah.
was mostly skipping running backs because those
Yeah.
three spots we weren't really going to be.
Well, you got a lot to say over there. Maybe next year we should just release me on my draft analysis and see how that nice tight
Let's just get your take
15
on
minutes
it.
of rambling goes.
Yeah.
About a solid 15 maybe. Might talk about two people that I know about and that's it. Well, this year we've got
You knew Antoine
Brian
Winfield
Leaf.
Jr. You
Yeah.
knew him.
yeah. Yep.
Did you know anyone else? Maybe Tyler
Diggs.
Johnson. Oh, Trayvon Diggs. Yeah,
Diggs.
you knew him.
Who cares? Who cares, man? I just want to know them now. I want to get to know who we got.
All right, let's get into the news.
Well, let's first quick shout out to Purple Pain Forums, of course.
Oh, you were the one that remembered this time. Holy crap.
D-Vike almost, well, I actually have my sheet up now, even though I'm unorganized as hell. D-Vike almost made me do a trivia thing
contest.
on there, and I would have been exposed as a fake fan because I would have barely known anything. And no, I'm not. I'm a real fan. I'm just not a wealth of steel trap of knowledge because I have better things to do with my time, like the Hammer is over here. But no, go check out purplepainforums.com. Chitter chat with the Vikings. Also, again, now an official shout out to VikingsTerritory.com. We are now officially a part. I know I'd mentioned it before, but we are a part of their program of their podcast network.
We're listed there as a podcast.
Correct. Yep. So the owner of Purple Territory kind of made his own network. It's the Purple Territory Radio Network. It's just a whole bunch of he just wanted to bring together all the Vikings podcasts.
Huh.
So he reached out to us and he wants us on there. So you can find us and a lot of other great Viking podcasts over on purpleterritoryradio.com.
That's part of Vikings territory.
There's 3 websites all under the umbrella of the owner.
Well, is the Vikings territory website, is that message boards like Purple Pain is, or is that
Vikings territory is a little bit of a grab bag. Yeah, there's news, there's opinions, there's podcasts, there's memorabilia, there's tickets, there is a message board as well, user groups, communities, yeah, some merchandise, little dash of everything.
So I probably should at least go there at some point and look at the website, huh?
I would say maybe just check out their news.
Because I've been on Purple Pain forums here and there.
Yeah.
There's
a lot of good places to get news.
Much.
There's a lot of good places to get news. I knew that they were around, and I'd heard of them and everything, and we saw their statement about the other podcasts that we won't name and things like that. But yes.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah, I know who you're talking about.
But yeah, so shout out to VikingsTerritory.com. It is a good source for news. We got a link to them on our site, and then also their own radio network. Again, Purple Territory. It's the Purple Territory Radio Network, but it's purpleterritoryradio.com. All one word. We are on there as well, so you can go listen to Odin's Den on there. Check out other great podcasts as well. So
yeah, you might find another podcast you like even more. Let's get you to some good podcasts, huh? Let's do it.
Just send people away from us, Hammer. Isn't that the opposite of the point?
I'm just here to talk to you.
Wow. Why don't you go back to Green Bay?
Shouldn't that cheese be in your mouth, not on your head?
Okay, the worst 3 years of my life were the years I was living in Wisconsin, so yeah.
Yeah. Fuck Wisconsin. We'll laugh about them in a
Thank you
little
very
bit.
much.
Anyway, yes. Check out our affiliates, if you will, our partners in crime, Purple Pain and VikingsTerritory.com.
Very nice.
All right, yeah, so let's get into the news. Boy, I don't think I really have anything. I'm not even going to play the title because it's probably longer than how much news we have to talk about.
All I can think of is the schedule was released.
Correct. Yep. The schedule. We will just peel through the schedule. That came out on Thursday, I believe.
Yep, Thursday night.
So we can peel through that real quick, and then obviously we'll talk about who we drafted, and that'll be this little May 10th, 2020 episode.
Then after this one, who knows when our next episode will be, because it's all virtual meetings with the teams. There aren't even any practices yet. And
True. I mean, we always do something in the middle of, like, one in June and one in July. We have skipped July, but usually it's just
we've usually had OTAs to talk about it.
True. I mean, you're just saying if there isn't even any of that.
Yeah,
there might be even less
tough.
is what you're saying to talk about.
Yeah, we'll try to think of something.
And I mean, free agency's obviously still going.
Maybe me and you have a trivia contest on this podcast. Next episode.
We could do some of the like I did the Ring of Honor player profile or Viking player focus. I could do another Ring of Honor player focus. I could do a player focus on one of these new guys. We could try to get to know them more.
Yeah, player focus. We could do one of them.
Yeah, we could do a history trivia thing. Yeah, man. We could do. You can do a lot. We don't just have to cover the news. And that's what honestly, that's what I've tried to do with this. Because there's a lot of podcasts that'll just be analytics, not assumptions, but, like opinions and, just talk, and break down and analytics, opinions, things like that. That's 90% of the podcast. And that's great. That's fine. That's what people want to hear. But at the same, like, I've always strived for doing something different, good quality, pre-recorded, comedy. Yeah, player focuses. What other podcast is player focuses? I don't know of any. Or prank phone calls or shit like that. That's what I've always strived to do, is different things outside of the box, good entertainment, more of entertainment.
Ever the entertainer.
I try, man. I try.
Schedule.
I love how we start. If the season even goes through, I really got the feeling it's going to be no fan in the stands games.
It better be for the entire season if it's for week one.
I don't see major gatherings happening probably for the rest of this year. Myself,
they better, whatever they decide on, they better do the same thing the entire year.
They want to get them TV ratings going, boy.
I mean, the way the schedule is, I could see them saying, hey, you can't have fans in the stadium Vikings week one. But then, later in the year, they get to the Packer game. Oh, we can have fans now. So the Packers get fans in their home stadium for us because they were later in the year. That better not happen.
And they could try to do limited capacity, space seating, blah, 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 blah. Have fun, though.
Whatever it is, just keep it the same the whole season.
All the concession stands. And I get that's a lot of people's jobs, man. Working at US Bank Stadium, a lot of people are out of a job.
I do like that we're starting at home against the Packers right away week one. I like that.
Yes.
I like
week
that.
One. Let me say it, man.
Let's hang them with a loss right away. I love it.
Week 1, Green Bay Packers coming home to us September 13th, noon game. Buy the tickets to that. It's on Fox, of course, where you can hear PA. You know, PA is so bored. They're doing a fake Minnesota Wild on an NHL game where the Wild are it's like simulations, but the Wild are in the Stanley Cup.
Allen's calling it.
Yeah, and like the Wild are in the Stanley Cup and stuff.
I would listen to that.
I'll link it to you because he just had one up like today.
Yeah, send
or
me that
yesterday.
link.
It's like
I'd
him
love
and
to hear
another
that.
guy just doing a little mock Wild game, and they're going for the Stanley Cup. You know, it's kind of interesting.
Well, I could listen to Paul Allen read the phone book probably.
Coming up next, Michael Jackson, not to be confused with a celebrity, Michael Jackson. Man, I used to prank a guy in Fargo and he called Michael Jackson. I hope he doesn't hate me.
Wow, really?
Yeah. When you're a kid and you open up a phone book and you're looking to do a prank call and you find a guy named Michael Jackson, of course you call his answering machine and go, ee-hee-hee. I mean, it wasn't no weird stuff. I was a kid. I didn't know about all the boy-touching bullshit, chomo shit. But we were like, ooh-hoo-hoo, I'm Michael Jackson. You know, just, you know.
Okay.
fuck with them, yeah. Kids are kids,
I
man.
never would have
You
done
didn't
that,
prank
but
phone
all right.
call? You never prank
I've-
phone called?
No, I have never prank phone called anyone.
What a boring asshole.
Yeah, that's true.
What a boring asshole.
Oh,
All right.
you A-Train.
All right. I guess I'm not a rambunctious fellow usually, but sometimes kids do dumb things. All right. Week 2. It is the Indianapolis Colts. Haven't seen those motherfuckers for a while, huh? 4 years.
Yep.
4
Yeah,
years.
when they came into the Metrodome and kicked our ass in 2016.
We're going the Metrodome in 2016.
Or
huh?
U.S. Bank, sorry. Yep, my apologies.
Even I'm like, what?
Yeah.
Metrodome, fuck that old place. We go to them on September 20th, noon game. We go to the Colts. Week 3 is the Titans come to us. That's September 27th, also a noon game. Week 4, now we're getting into October. October 4th, we go to the Houston Texans. Been a while since we rotated to them as well.
We went to the
4 years.
Texans game 4 years ago in U.S.
Oh, yeah.
Bank.
Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, that
You're
was
right.
our. I
Faintly
think that was
remember.
our first game in the new stadium.
Oh, wow, okay. And we beat their ass, didn't we?
Yeah, we did.
Because they're a lot better now than they
That was
were
the
then.
game where Marcus Sherrills had that nice punt return for a
You're
touchdown.
right. You're right, man. It's all up here. I just gotta finger through the files.
I think I
every
might
once
have a
in
little
while.
better memory than you do.
Yeah, you always have. Jesus. All right, everybody's brain is different. Week 5. Oh man, Week 5. We go to Seattle. I saw people on social media bitching about this, going, "When the fuck was the last time did they come to us?" Like feeling like we're getting screwed.
It's been a while.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
Mostly, the fact that we're playing in Seattle again, I was okay with. It's one of those things. There's a scheduling quirk or whatever where you just happen to play in their stadium maybe a third year in a row. Like that can happen. What I was angry about was that it was another prime time game in Seattle. They can't give us a Sunday noon game in Seattle for fuck's sake.
Right.
I mean, that's what I didn't like.
7:20 on NBC.
Sunday night football, yeah.
Sunday night football.
Thanks a lot,
with
NFL.
Faith Hill.
Assholes.
Whoa. People make the schedule, right?
Yeah, they have like computer simulations that help out with it and everything, but it's like a team of people that create the schedule.
Well, they could obviously have seen that and changed it, but they don't give a fuck about us. And I think most people would not disagree with that.
Yeah,
but yes,
give us a Sunday noon game in Seattle for once.
Week 5, Sunday, October 11th,
Yeah.
7:20 p.m. on your local NBC. The old dirty chickens, the old sea chickens. Week 6, we go. The Falcons come to us. I feel like we just beat their ass at US Bank Stadium not that long ago.
They were the season opener last year,
You're right.
where we blocked a punt and
You're right.
we ended up pretty much just destroying them.
And they'll probably still kind of suck. I know you shouldn't sleep on them. They always got that potential, I feel like, kind of. I think their defense is kind of weak, isn't it?
Well, they've had a lot of injuries.
Yeah.
Like, their defensive players have been injured a lot. And
But you can't say that about the first game last season, though.
no.
They were healthy. It was game one.
Yeah.
It's like
No,
we
they
saw
were
them
f-
halfway through the
they
year
were
and they were all
full
banged
strength.
up. Yeah.
They do have good players. I mean, Grady Jarrett definitely gave Garrett Bradbury a nice little introduction to the NFL that game.
Oh yeah, I also saw. Speaking of our line, I saw Udo.
Oli Udo.
Yeah, pancaking Khalil Mack. Did you see that? There's a video of him pancaking Khalil.
That would have been the game we were at last year. Yeah, the Bears
Yeah.
game last week of the year.
Yeah.
When we had all our backups playing.
Yes.
A dark horse candidate to start at left guard this year, I think.
Love a good old Mac pancake.
Yeah.
And that's not a breakfast side either. All right. Yeah, it's looking nothing but up, especially after the draft. But yes, week 6, October 18th, noon game at home against the Falcons on Fox. Then we go into our bye. So it's week 7. Last year was
Seven's our
what?
bye week.
I want to say it was 12 last week?
12 last year. Yep.
Yeah. So it's 7 this time. That's a little more middle.
Yeah,
Kind of.
little on the early. Week 9 would be the halfway point.
Yeah.
You play 8, have your bye week.
I'd rather have a 7 than a 12, though, kind of. You could look at it like you freshen up and then you kind of finish the season strong, but
It all just depends on when you might have an injury. It's
Yeah,
one of
true.
those things. You just don't want it too early or too late.
I feel like the halfway points is solid.
Anywhere between 7 and 12, I'm okay with.
You don't want to let that time out over there, Chief. Yeah, you go.
Whoopsie.
All right. Yeah, so week 7's the bye. Week 8, we are back in action against the Green Bay Slackers.
In Lambeau?
Yes, we go to them, the shittiest stadium in football.
I like
November-
that we have a bye week and
And
have
then
an
right,
extra
and
week
then right to
get
the
ready
Packer
for-
game. Yeah.
I think
Get
this
all
is
rested
one
up.
year where we might actually have
wipe 'em
finally gotten a little bit of a scheduling break over the
Get them
Packers.
both times. It's been a while. It's been a couple years since we
2017, we
Yeah.
swept them.
Yeah. I think we might sweep again.
We might,
sweep
yeah.
again.
I could see us sweeping them.
I could too. I think we're going to be back atop the NFC North.
I do too.
All right. And we're pretty realistic. We're not homers. We're pretty realistic, and I honestly see that happening with the Bears fall from grace, the Packers shitty draft, and
Well, we had such a
potential
better
turmoil.
draft than the Packers.
We had a great draft. I mean, the Lions are always just kind of meh. Like, how are we not going to be back on top? It's fucking common sense no matter who you like. It's just like, open your fucking eyes.
Agreed.
Okay, so Sunday, November 1st, noon game at Green Bay. We go into week 9 is November 8th, another noon. The Lions come to us at US Bank Stadium. Week 10 is the Bears. We go to Chicago for the Bears, November 16th.
Another
That
Monday
is-
night game in Chicago.
Yeah, 7:15. Yeah.
How about we mix it up a little for these prime time games? They always got to be in Chicago and in Seattle.
Yeah.
Ridiculous.
Maybe you should write a dirty letter to the whoever does the fucking schedule.
Yeah, we couldn't just make the Colts game a Monday night game this year or something. Come on.
Right. Okay, week 11, we got, it's been a while too here. We got the Cowboys coming to US Bank Stadium.
Well, we played them last year.
All you little cowgirl fans want to come to a sweet stadium and check out your team lose. Come on down.
From that Cowboy game last year, we got one of the best Skip Bayless drops in history.
That's true. That's true. That was a regular season game?
Yeah, we went into Dallas and beat them on Sunday Night Football about halfway through the season.
I know we don't rotate as often with the other NFC conferences, but it just feels like usually there's not a ton of... There's some teams it feels like that we play more than others, but...
Well, the thing is, we finished second in our division last year, and the Cowboys finished second in the NFC East.
I gotcha. So the
So,
positioning thing too. My bad.
The
my
position
bad,
thing
yeah.
is why we're playing them.
I gotcha.
'Cause
Okay.
last year we played the Redskins, Eagles, Cowboys, Giants. Last year it was the divisions because you play one of the other NFC divisions once every 3 years.
Divisions.
Yeah. But we finished second, they finished second, so we're playing them. That's how it is.
Well, I'm glad you're here to give analysis. Otherwise, I'd just be like blah 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 blah. Why are we playing them again?
Well, you trying to talk about stuff is funny.
Hammer's here to destroy everybody, including other commentators.
Darif Hassan destroys me. Well, he does.
We'll see. Maybe your picks will be better than Arif's this time around.
Okay.
Hammer's got some decent picks over here, so stay tuned, everybody. Hot takes by the Hammer.
Well, we won't know for like another 3 years probably. But
Hammer's hot takes. That should be a segment on the show. Is Hammer's hot takes, and then a sizzling poker.
And then my monotone voice.
Yeah, I pick this week. I pick coffee to beat bourbon in a one-on-one battle.
If I had to give up either coffee or beer, I would give up the beer. I can't go without coffee.
I said, really? You'd give up Guinness for the rest of your life?
If I had to pick one or the other, coffee versus Guinness.
Actually,
I mean, Guinness is my favorite beer, but I can't go without coffee.
Yeah, I kind of agree with you.
Coffee in the morning? Yeah, I have to go with coffee.
Booze is that fun social thing. Coffee's like the daily nectar of the god. If I couldn't get a turtle mocha from Caribou for the rest of my fucking life, I'd be pretty fucking bummed out.
I drive
man.
a truck for a living. I work at 3 in the morning. I need coffee.
Yeah, well.
So there you
don't need it per se, but it's very nice to have. People get addicted to it, blah, blah, blah.
Well, I need it more than Guinness.
Anyway, the Cowboys on November 22nd, 3:25 p.m. Central. They come to U.S. Bank Stadium. Now, we went to them last year, correct? Correct.
Yes.
Correct. And I wasn't worried about that game, but they're not exactly a opponent to sleep on per se either. Ezekiel Elliott and all
they might have a 4-12 season this coming year, though. They have Mike McCarthy as their coach now,
baby.
So he might. There's every possibility Mike McCarthy coaches the Cowboys into the ground.
Oh, that dumb.
They
fuck.
had a pretty solid draft, but I mean, it's McCarthy calling their plays, though.
You think he's gonna be on the phone with Jason Garrett all the time? What do I do? What should I do? I only know the Packers. What should I do?
CeeDee Lamb, Trayvon Diggs, and Neville Gallimore were their first 3 picks this year, and that's pretty good for first 3 picks.
Yeah, have fun over there, Diggs. Diggs, brother.
Trayvon Diggs.
All right. Week 12. The Panthers come home to us. November 29th. It's a noon game on Fox. Come on in, Carolina. Come on in, old friends. Stephen Weatherly, Teddy Bridgewater. Hello, old friends. I officially want to go to that fucking game. It's not fucking December yet.
It's late October, yeah.
Yeah, it's November 29th.
Oh, November, yeah, late November.
It's November 29th, so it's not quite. I mean, it'll still be winter in full swing, but it won't be the snows of December. Probably might be a decent game. Usually they're not a totally trash opponent, and there's a ton of fucking old familiar faces. I would not mind going to that one at all. I would not mind going to that one at all. Okay. We'll have to plan one this year for sure, because I don't think I have any other group thus far that I have any plans with.
This might be a year that I end up going to 2 games and you end up going to one, because I know my buddy Darrell, he was kind of eyeing that opening game against the Packers.
Have fun with those fucking prices.
Wanting to go to.
Those are like $300 tickets, brah. Have fun.
I could see me going to a game with him. Early in the year, and then going to one of those 3 in a row home games, either the Panthers, Cowboys, whatever.
Have fun spending triple the price.
Yeah. Well, you only live once, right?
Speak for yourself. I'm getting frozen in carbonate.
Oh, interesting.
Week 13, December 6th, 12 p.m., the Jacksonville Jaguars. So that's 3 home games in a row.
I like that.
Cowboys, Panthers, and Jacksonville.
I like it. We have 3 home games in a row, and we get an extra week to prepare for the Packer road game. Mm-hmm. That's good. I like it.
So far, not bad.
Really, the only complaint I have with the schedule is just those prime time games.
Yeah. Yep. And going to Seattle again in prime time.
Well, again, just playing in Seattle a 3rd year in a row, it's like
not
I get
the end
it.
of the world.
I mean, we played the Falcons at home last year, and now we get them again. Like it
Right.
happens from time to time, but
right.
3 prime time games in a row, that's where I'm starting to draw the line on that.
Draw the hard line in the sandhammer. But yeah, so week 13, December 6th, 12 p.m. Central, the Jaguars are coming to us, U.S. Bank Stadium.
That feels like the easiest win of the season.
What do they got now? Nick Foles, Dick Holes?
Gardner Minshew.
Oh,
No, they traded Nick Foles to the Bears.
Oh, yeah, I forgot.
I'm guessing the Jaguars might be in, tank for Trevor mode by then.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, yeah. Okay. I forgot to play something, but we'll get to it after this, before our draft analysis. Okay. So then week 14, we get to go fight the Patriots. The Buccaneers. December 13th, 12 p.m. Central, we go to sunny, horrible Florida for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Tom Brady throwing to Gronk coming out of retirement. Who would have seen that coming?
Probably our last chance to beat Tom Brady. The Vikings have never beaten Tom Brady.
I see this being a very good possibility.
It's our last chance, probably.
Because they're going to be a better team. They weren't even 500 last year. They're going to be better, but by how much? Because I would vote not a ton. Not a huge leap. Like a small.
You would have the Vikings as favorites right now, right?
Yeah.
Tampa Bay against Vikings.
Yeah.
I think I would too.
One just came out of retirement. Gronk ain't going to be fully the same. Brady's just gotten slowly meh.
Well, by this point in the season,
here.
Gronk might end up working his way back into shape eventually, but Tom Brady...
Or he'll be injured like he is every fucking year.
that's true, too.
Fucking robot man.
Yeah, good point.
Put together.
Tom Brady, though, he might have nothing left by then.
He already has nothing left. He just can't stop, won't stop. Got to pay for all them cars for Giselle. All right. I still can't believe he's separated from his lifelong girlfriend, Bill Belichick. All right, week 15 is December 20th, noon game. Chicago Bears come to us so we can see them do a double doink at the U.S. Bank.
Kind of nice we're not ending the season at home against Chicago for the, what would that be, 4th year in a row, 5th year in a row?
I didn't even enjoy that last year, to be honest. Weather sucked. Game sucked.
It was tough weather.
We lost, too, didn't we?
Yeah, we ended up losing.
We lost the game. We played all of our second rounders. The weather fucking sucked. Yeah, not a big fan of the end of the December game, to be honest. Not a big fan of it. Probably not going to do that ever again if I can help it, to be honest.
Oh, okay.
So, that late in December, in the throes of the snow and the bullshit. I like September, October, maybe in November.
You can get snow in November, though.
Well,
you can have some snowstorms then, too.
True. But I'll risk it. I'll risk a November game. I want to try to avoid December games unless it's just a fucking phenomenal
So a November
situation.
game to see Teddy more important than a December game with backups.
100%. 100%. Okay, so week 15, December 20th, the Bears come home. Whatever. Week 16, we go to the Saints. See if we can keep beating up on their ass. Christmas Day. Friday, 12/25, 3:30 p.m. How long has it been since we've had a Christmas Day game?
1989, I believe, was the last one against the Bengals.
What did you say about 2009? You said something about 2009.
Well, that was the last time the NFL had a Friday night game.
Oh, I gotcha. A Friday game in general.
Yeah, if you're talking about
I gotcha.
when the last time was the Vikings had a Christmas Day game, I'm pretty sure,
Damn.
89 with Jerry Burns as the head coach was...
That should be trivia somewhere.
Well, I'm sure it is somewhere.
Man, I would not get that on D-Vikes trivia. But you would fire it right off.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome. Nice stadium. I saw it on the interstate. Beautiful stadium. I wouldn't mind going in there, but I wouldn't want to be surrounded by assholes.
Oh, right. You flew to New Orleans.
I went to New Orleans,
on vacation there for a week or two.
It's kind of hard to miss that fucking stadium when you're in the area in a car. You see that motherfucker when you're on the interstates.
It's not as nice as U.S. Bank, though, right?
Oh, no. That's a fucking Viking ship you could see from the moon. Week 17.
Well said, sir.
Week 17, January 3rd, wrapping up, going to Detroit. So last two games of the season. I loved how last year we wrapped up at home in our division. Now it's two aways.
That's fine. Yeah.
The Lions won't be important. The Saints one might be an important away game at that point in the season. Lions, I highly doubt we'll be fighting over the NFC North with them at that last game.
I could see the Lions maybe
Two away
taking
games.
second in the division this year.
Two away games.
Maybe.
January 3rd, 12 noon, we go to Detroit.
It is very possible that last game in Detroit might not have any meaning for us. I mean, like last year where we were already set as a 6 seed regardless of what happened.
Right. All right, well, that is the regular season. I can just peel through the preseason. Obviously, dates to be determined. Who fucking knows? Maybe they'll skip preseason. I think I heard somebody saying that they're going to maybe skip the Pro Bowl.
Yeah, they might do that.
And something else, which everybody's just going to fucking love.
Yeah, I don't think anyone cares.
Right. Players are going to love it.
Yeah, for the most part, I like the schedule.
Yeah.
Just a couple little things, but...
Yeah, preseason, even though it's a lot of to be determined. Actually, there's one penciled in one here. Apparently, week 1, we fight the Houstons. This has to be. This is this year, right? It says Houston's, Bengals, Browns, and Seahawks. Is that,
yeah.
Is that right? Okay.
Yeah, that's our preseason.
That
this
seems
year.
so familiar for some reason. I don't know. It feels like we usually do something with the Bengals, the Seahawks, and the Texans in preseason.
Well, the Bengals, we tend to play preseason almost every year because Zimmer used to coach there, and him and Marvin Lewis were friends, so we would play them preseason. It's a different head coach for the Bengals now, but I guess we're still playing them.
So we can pick.
There's
we can
some
have some influence.
Yeah, preseason there is some picking that goes on. I'm not sure exactly what level, but
all right.
I know for a while we would play the Chiefs in preseason a fair amount because we used to do joint practices with them quite a bit. So there is some of that.
Well, it's kind of funny. Everything's to be determined except for week 3, August 30th at 3 p.m.
The dress rehearsal, yeah.
Yeah, the Browns is penciled in.
Yeah, week 3 that's always the preseason week that it's considered a dry practice run for that week 1 opener.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, week 4 is just you play your fourth stringers and just hope no one gets hurt. So
yeah. Okay. Yeah, so our opener is going to be against the Browns. But yeah, all right. So that is the season.
That's the news. That's the schedule.
That's the news and that's the schedule. So let's go ahead and jump into. I have a quick little thing to break up the monotony of letting Hammer drone on again about our draft picks. I have a little surprise.
Well, I'm expecting to get a little input from you on our picks now.
Oh yeah, true. But I just got one thing quick first to split up the segments, if you will.
Oh, okay. What do we got?
I had a little gift given to me. It was kind of a shout-out gift, if you will. It was a congratulations on 100 episodes for this podcart that we're now at 109.
So 9 episodes later, we're going to hear it, huh?
Well, I didn't get it till just recently. But yes.
Okay.
Yes, I was just waiting to play it on this episode. But yes, it has influence from. Do you remember in the WWF when they had their imitation of Goldberg?
Oh, Gillberg. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, that jobber that never beat anybody, and they were kind of just mocking WCW.
Yes.
They would have the pyro just like WCW used to.
And like hit him in the face and shit.
Sure, yeah.
Yeah.
I do remember that.
All right. Well, just keep that in mind, and I'm going to go ahead and play this. I'm going to go ahead and play this little shout out to Odin's Den for 100 episodes from our number 2 greatest fan. But yeah, here we go.
Okay.
Hammer's hearing this for the first time, so he's going to react with everybody else. There is a video to this that I'm going to put on the YouTube version of this episode. Otherwise, this is just the audio. It's fairly short, but we can split up the show.
Choo choo, chugga 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 choo choo. I gotta catch the A train. Where's it at? What's up, Adam? That's right, I caught the A train, didn't I? Where's he at? Oh, I caught the A train. Yes, I did, Adam. I caught you. Yes, I did. I bet you never expected the old Bergman to be giving you a shout out, huh? That's right. I understand that you have a podcast. That's right, and I understand that you represent the old Minnesota Vikings. I love purple. Yes, I do. I love purple. And I gotta give it to you. Minnesota Vikings are a damn good team. But I do love purple. And, well, that's the purple I love, brother. I'm sorry. I know you got a great podcast. Odin's Den is, let me tell you, one of the best podcasts I've ever seen. Especially about their football team. You hear me? So look, brother, you keep it up. You keep it up, Adam. Oh, hey, The A-Train, that's right. The A-Train is chugga, 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 chugga. Choo-choo! The A-Train's coming, baby. Look out, man, because the Bergman's winning them all. The Bergman's winning more. The A-Train and Bergman. We can do anything we want. Let me tell you, brother. Hey, look. There was somebody that got in touch with me to get a hold of you. And he said, brother, he is so proud of you. 100 episodes. Man, that is bad A. And you know what I mean by A. 100 episodes. Way to go, brother. Boom, fist bump on that one. You hear me? Look, you stay safe out there in this time of old Corona or COVID-19. Choo-choo, the A-Train will run right through it. I know that for a fact, brother. You hear me? You should keep yourself safe, man. And look, Josh the dork. Okay, I said it wrong. He's not a dork. It's Josh the Duke. D-O-O-K, not dork. It's dork, Duke, dork. I don't know how he wants to pronounce it, man. But Josh sent this to you there, Adam, old A-Train. I'm sorry. Look, we both got great teams, and they both are purple. So they gotta be good, you hear me? So look, you keep going with old Odin's Den. You keep going, brother, because it's one of the best podcasts I've ever seen. You do it up. You take care, brother. And from old Josh the Duke, dork, ding-a-ding-a-ding-dong, I don't know. It's the Bergman and Josh saying, congratulations on 100.
Oh, Gillberg, you remember him? Hammer's just laughing up a storm over here. He's speechless.
Oh, I love the enthusiasm from our number 2 fan.
Gillberg went hard on that, man. Like, there's some people that do those, like, shout-out cameo things, and they're just like, it's short, there's no energy. That dude, what was that, like 2 minutes, almost 3 minutes?
That was incredible.
He fucking went whole hog with that. Like, got your money's worth, you know what I mean?
So Josh the Duke sent that to you.
Oh, yes. Josh the Dookie lover, yes. Dookie, like Hulk Hogan in No Holds Barred when he's like,
I can't wait to see the video of that.
Yeah,
That
I'll
was
show it
just
to you
the
after the
audio.
podcast. I thought about showing it to you before we did it, but then, yeah, I'll show it to you afterwards.
Yeah, no, I got you.
All right. Yeah, so that is a shout-out to 100 episodes from good old Gillberg. I know we've mentioned WWE, WWF on here before a little bit. We both used to
We
be
were
fans.
both WWF fans when we were kids and everything.
Used to be, yeah.
Yeah.
For the most part, grew out of it. But yes, that was kind of entertaining to hear from Gillberg. He is a Ravens fan. Obviously, if you didn't watch the YouTube video and he pans down and says, I represent this, he pans onto his shirt. He has a Raven shirt on. So he's repping the other purple, if you will, which I don't even hate them. I got nothing against the Ravens. I used to love Ray Lewis.
Hey, a Vikings versus Ravens Super Bowl? That'd be incredible.
Oh, man.
Let's do it,
Purple
Gillberg.
on purple crime, bro.
Yeah,
Purple
we
on
love you,
purple crime.
Gillberg. Let's have a Super Bowl. Our team and your team.
And I got a drop out of that.
Choo-choo, the A-Train will run right through it.
Perfect.
And I also got this drop too.
It's one of the best podcasts I've ever seen.
Because we don't have any video.
Hey, there's some video. Like the Chad Beebe shout out and the Gillberg shout out. That'll be actual video. I mean, normally it's just a still picture on the YouTube video. It's just mainly still audio.
Because it's just audio that we record.
Correct. I wouldn't be opposed to exploring video one day, but it's never really been my thing. I'm an audio guy. I like high quality audio. And podcasts are supposed to be audio. Otherwise, it's a video cast. It's a vlog. It's a TV show at that point, practically. It's a TV production.
Well, I'll do whatever you want to do.
Yeah, well, you might crack some screens out there, so we better keep your ugly mug off the air.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right.
Wah.
We're already at the 45-minute mark. We don't want another hour and 40 show.
Yeah,
so
let's
dive into our draft picks. I just had to play that for everybody to split up the show. Okay. Yes, so let's go ahead and get into it because we are.
It's one of the best podcasts I've ever seen.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with him saying that. All right. Let's get into it. Hammer, take it away. Who do we draft? Round 1.
Round 1, 22nd overall. See, I figured the Eagles were going to take Justin Jefferson. I had pretty much penciled that in.
Yeah.
And to be honest, I did like Jalen Reagor a little more. I was kind of hoping the TCU guy was the receiver we would end up with.
But weren't a lot of us not thinking wide receiver right away? Or hoping wide receiver? We weren't hoping wide receiver right away.
Yeah, I think the consensus was this is a really deep drafted receiver, so we can wait till the second or third round, still get a good one.
Right.
But there was a big run
Best
on
of ale.
receivers in the second round.
Best avail, yeah.
So
Worked out.
yeah, Justin Jefferson, it's all going to boil down to can he play on the outside? Because Kubiak came out and said he's going to take over Diggs' spot in the offense.
Mm-hmm.
So if he can beat press coverage on the outside against those bigger corners, like if he can play on the outside, then this could be a home run pick.
I think it's going to be.
Most people notice the difference from what he did 2 years ago to last year. Like, oh, he's a slot guy and he's not an outside guy. And that could be. That's kind of what I was thinking going in. But they're going to play him on the outside. They're going to move him around a little bit. But,
Right.
Yes.
What did you like this first pick, right?
Well, at the time, I gave it a B-, I guess.
Okay.
I'm warming up to it a little more now. He has a contested catch rate from his college days of over 90%, I believe.
So he comes down with the ball.
Kind of a sneaky stat for him because he was open a lot. I mean, LSU has Jamar Chase, who might be a top 5 overall pick next year, just big-time wide receiver. So, I mean, Jefferson in the slot with other guys that were commanding all the coverage and everything's like, well, he was just open a lot, right?
Right.
So this might be maybe not the biggest sample size, but contested catch rate of, I think it was 93%. That's very Diggsian.
Yeah.
That's very Diggs-like.
And is Jefferson?
He's a good route runner.
Is he fast? Does he got? He doesn't have as much speed, right? He doesn't have as much speed.
He's not a burner, but he ran
Right.
a 4.43
Right.
at the combine. So, I mean, he ran the 40 exactly the same time as Sammy Watkins did a few years back. So I guess the comparable for just raw speed would be Sammy Watkins.
Mm-hmm.
But his route running is pretty good.
Yeah, round 1, pick 22. We were thinking they might do something, move around, especially with our 2 first-round picks. Stayed, and I was hoping they made a pick, but
Well, the first
stayed
one
solid.
they stayed.
Yep, stayed solid with round 1, pick 22 was good old wide receiver Justin Jefferson.
The Vikings tried to trade up because they called Tampa Bay about moving to number 14, and Tampa Bay turned them down. I'm guessing we were trying to trade up for Tristan Wirfs at that time, the Iowa O-lineman. And I heard that we tried trading up with the Jaguars to get in front of the Eagles because they were picking 2 spots in front of us. That I'm guessing we were trying to get Jefferson because I'm guessing they were scared the Eagles would take him.
Okay.
I think everyone thought the Eagles were going to take Jefferson, but then they took Reagor. So
Yeah.
and I guess Jefferson was Kubiak's favorite wide receiver in this whole draft.
And he's an important piece of our offense now, Kubiak, so.
That seems a little odd that he would like Jefferson more than Jerry Jeudy from Alabama.
Sometimes people just have a personal preference,
Well,
man.
if that's true, if he was his favorite receiver, then this could end up being a great pick.
Yeah. I think it's going to turn out good.
The Packers tried to trade up with us at 22, and Spielman was like, go fuck yourself.
I hope that's what he literally said on the phone to the Packers organization.
I'd put the over-under at about 50% on that.
Really? I don't. He did.
Nah, he didn't
He's
say
a
that.
professional motherfucker.
I'm just
He's a
joking. He didn't
professional
say that.
motherfucker.
In the
he didn't say
kindest
that.
words possible, he told them to go fuck themselves.
Or he would just not pick up, maybe.
Well.
If he saw that it said Green Bay on the caller ID, just let it go to voicemail.
Then our second pick, the 25th overall in the first round, we traded down with the Niners.
We moved, which infuriated me because I already knew this was going to be a 4-hour haul, and I wanted picks sooner than later because I'm
It
impatient.
ended up being a good deal.
Hey, I stuck it out the whole first round
You did.
too.
Spielman said that if he wouldn't have found a trade partner, we would have taken Jeff Gladney at 25. Like, he
Yeah.
was the guy we would have taken.
Right.
So we got 2 extra picks for later on and still got the guy we wanted.
That's right.
And
We went from 12 to 14 total, technically, right?
yeah.
Yes. And got a great corner.
Yeah.
Great corner,
exactly.
Jeff Gladney.
I would have loved Antoine Winfield Jr. there.
But he wasn't going till later.
But he went in the second round to Tampa.
That'd have been considered a reach if we would have grabbed him there at first.
They might have considered that a slight reach if they would have taken him there. And
over Gladney, probably not maybe the best
well,
move.
and the position thing, too. I mean, we need starting corners, but we didn't need any starting safeties because we have Harrison Smith, Anthony Harris.
Mm-hmm.
So positional need kind of dictated that, too.
Mm-hmm.
But Jeff Gladney, home run pick.
Round 1, pick 31, got 2 extra picks out of it. Yeah, Packers slipped up in front of us. And who did they take?
Well, they slipped. They traded. Yeah, after we traded down, then they traded up. Well, the 49ers traded up with us and took Brandon Ayuk.
Yeah.
Which was kind of nice because I was glad the Packers couldn't take him. Because that's a pick I didn't want the Packers to take, was getting a good receiver.
Right.
Yeah, the Packers, right after we traded down, they traded up and took Jordan Love.
Jordan Love?
That quarterback.
Biggest quarterback bust of the draft.
I didn't think he was a first-round talent.
It's like they're still taking tips from Mike McCarthy over there. He's a shitty drafter.
Yeah, Mike McCarthy thought Alex Smith was better than Aaron Rodgers.
Yikes.
I said something about that last episode with Jordan Love, didn't I?
Yeah, I think you did.
Yeah, what did I say? Oh, you got it queued up, don't you?
Yeah, let's cut to the tape.
So,
okay.
But there are guys like Justin Herbert from Oregon and Jordan Love. Those two guys, I don't get what the big deal is with them. They're projected, quote unquote, to go first round. I don't get it. I think they'll both be busts, personally.
Well,
that's just me.
You got to admit, every year about out of the top 5 QBs that are always taken.
With the 26th pick in the 2020 NFL Draft, the Green Bay Packers select Jordan Love, quarterback, Utah State.
Okay, this is fascinating because I believe Aaron Rodgers is the same age.
Yeah, fascinatingly fucking dumb. Everybody was flabbergasted. Packer fans were furious.
Yeah, Packer fans were livid over it.
Furious. Aaron Rodgers is rumored to be pissed, even though that's probably who knows, who really cares.
Well, I think he is pissed.
Probably.
He wanted a wide receiver.
A weapon. He wanted a weapon.
Yeah, he wanted them to get a weapon.
He said, go get me a fucking good wide receiver because they're all gone. And then they were like, yeah, we'll get you a replacement.
Now, who knows? Maybe they tried to trade up with us to get Justin Jefferson. I mean,
right.
I thought somebody had reported, Sam Robinson maybe, I thought someone had reported the Packers really liked Justin Jefferson a lot.
They could have been trying, not got what they wanted, and then said, fuck it, and got a quarterback.
Well, the problem there with that, though, is that Jordan Love would have been there at number 30 for them. They could have stayed right where they were and taken him. But they traded up, gave up a 4th-round pick to get a guy they could have gotten anyway. So they ended up going this entire draft without taking a wide receiver, and it's like the best wide receiver draft ever. And they need a receiver.
Fucking retard.
Oh, the Packers were acting drunk those first 5 rounds or so.
Don't stop being yourself, Tampa Bay. Do not stop.
Shouldn't that cheese
Green
be in
Bay.
your mouth, not on your head?
Green Bay, you know what I mean.
Yeah.
You know what I mean.
I knew what you meant.
Well, Tampa Bay's fucking stupid too, but yeah,
they
you
actually-
don't stop sucking too. Stay at under 500, my Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
Tampa Bay did get a few guys I wanted, though.
Yeah.
They got Tristan Wirfs. They got
they got a
Antoine,
ton.
They got Antoine Winfield Jr.
Yeah.
They got Tyler Johnson.
It made me hate him even more.
Those were all guys I would have loved the
It made me
Vikings to
fucking
get.
hate. Yeah, they got both the Gophers, right?
Both the big Gophers, yeah.
Made me hate him even fucking more.
There were a couple
dude.
other Gophers that got drafted by other teams.
Fuck you, Tampa Bay. And fuck you, Green Bay. Hey, the two Bays can just go together and fuck off.
Well, at least the Packers stunk it up, though. I mean, shoot, the Packers
Yeah,
were,
they did.
They were taking guys they could have got 2 rounds later. I mean, Gutekunst just has no idea how to get value in a draft.
Fucking idiot.
I mean, they drafted a fullback in the 3rd round, for God's sake.
Everybody gives a lot of people give Zimmer and Spielman shit and critique the shit out of our drafting and stuff.
Spielman gets value, though.
Yeah, please just look at how bad some other people's drafts are and just consider yourself lucky we actually have some competent drafting going on.
I think Spielman crushed it this year.
He always does good.
I think the 2 teams that had the best drafts this year were the Vikings and the Ravens.
And you can look at players who don't work out all you want and blame the guy drafting them. Yeah, guess what? It's at the end of the day, if a player flops, guess who that's more on than the fucking guy who said, come on in and try him out? The fucking player, dude.
Well, there is some culpability for the GM, too, but the thing is, every team is going to draft some guys that don't work out. That's just how it works.
It's like going all in with pocket aces 50 times in a row. Well, guess what? They're not all going to fucking win.
Yeah.
But you can't
Yeah.
critique going all in with pocket aces.
Because that's the right move. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. You can make the right moves as a GM that you think is the best move all day long. Might not work out.
Oh, in the second round.
So yeah, second round,
It
which
was-
I did not watch, but you were updating me on.
Yeah, after a while, I stopped texting you. I was like, yeah, the A-Train doesn't care anymore.
Well, I don't mind seeing what you were saying.
But,
yeah, we took what I wanted. We took a tackle.
Yep, offensive lineman. The second round went perfectly for the Vikings, I thought.
It's
'Cause
pretty solid.
The second round was a big run on corners and wide receivers, which we had already taken anyway. So, I mean, there was like, what, 2 or 3 offensive linemen taken the entire second round. I couldn't believe we actually had our pick between Josh Jones and Ezra Cleveland. So it was interesting we had Ezra Cleveland higher on our draft board, I guess, so we took him. He's maybe a little bit better scheme fit for us personally.
Yeah, and that's what you want.
That is what you want. I was
Boise
surprised how long Josh Jones was still there, because a lot of mocks had him maybe going late first round.
Right.
You know, some of them to
Right.
the Vikings even.
Right.
PFF, I think, had Josh Jones as a top 20 overall player. But the games I saw Ezra Cleveland play, he looked pretty solid.
Yeah, Boise State, round 2, pick 26, boy. And I was just happy to see that O-line come on in. Top 3, one of the top 3.
Our left
Fantastic.
tackle of the future.
Fantastic. Hell yes.
Our director of college scouting, Jamal Stevenson, he said that the team didn't really try to trade up in the second round. They saw the run on receivers that was going on, and they were kind of thinking, I think Cleveland is going to fall to us. Ezra Cleveland, I think, is going to be there. I don't think we have to trade up. So, yeah, he said
Nailed
that
it.
the Vikings didn't try to trade up in the second round. They just stayed right where they were and took their guy.
Nailed it.
Yeah, I give that pick an A.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. And then we didn't get another pick till round 3.
Yep, third round.
Third
Love
round,
this
pick
pick
25.
Too. I noticed, looking back on some of the Purple Pain messages, there were a lot of fans that were upset about Jordan Elliott getting taken right before us. We got Cameron Dantzler, though.
Hell yes, dude.
Shoot,
Cornerback Cameron Dantzler,
My
Mississippi
God,
State.
he was still there in the third round. Are you kidding? I couldn't believe it.
Got 2 great corners, man.
Oh, wow.
2 great corners.
Yeah, Cameron Dantzler, I said last time on the podcast, I was hoping that his 40 time would let him fall to us like in the second or third round, and we got him in the third round. I mean, that guy, when Mississippi State played LSU, he held Jamar Chase, I think, to 1 catch for 12 yards.
Damn.
I mean, my God. Dantzler's incredible.
Yeah.
I mean, he plays really fast. He ran a 4.64 40, but I guess they said at his virtual pro day he ran a 4.38. So, I mean, who knows how reliable the time was or what have you, but if you watch him play, I mean, he looks like a 4.4 guy.
It really helps me forget about the corners that we lost. Xavier Rhodes, who? Trey Waynes, who? Mackenzie Alexander, who?
Well, yeah, I mean, we took the exact
Love it.
2 corners I would have taken in both of those spots.
Love it.
Well, shoot, we talked in depth about both of them the episode leading up to this draft. I was just saying, I love Jeff Gladney, I love Cameron Dantzler, and we got both of them.
Hammer
Zimmer
nailed
coaching
it.
them up.
Hammer nailed it.
Well, I mean, I wasn't predicting we would take them. Those were just my favorite guys for where we might realistically get them, since we weren't going to get Jeff Okudah.
Mm-hmm.
So I feel great about it. Love it.
Good.
Love this pick. Cameron Dantzler, fucking steal in the third round.
All right, settle down. over
Okay,
there.
I'm sorry. I'll try
Settle
to calm
down. Geez, getting spitting all over the microphone.
I'll
there.
try to calm down.
I'll have to Lysol that microphone, all the corona right off it. All right, let's keep it going. We're at the hour mark already.
Oh,
Let's
okay.
keep on rolling here. Round 4, pick 11. Who
Well,
did we take?
We traded down from our other third rounder, the compensatory. We fleeced, I think it was the Saints. Got like 4 picks back for this.
Oh, I love it.
But, yep, 4th round, 11th pick of the 4th round, we got DJ Wanham, a defensive end from South Carolina.
We want him.
Yeah, if you look at the drill times for the combine, like the 3-cone, 40-yard dash, da-da-da-da, DJ Wanham is in the top 5 of just about every single drill, I think. What was that?
That was a shitty fucking video automatically playing while I'm trying to look at the page for DJ Wanham. So just, they can't hear it, just ignore it and power through.
Oh, gotcha. Well, yeah, DJ Wanham was handpicked by Coach Patterson. Because he's mega athlete.
Defensive end, man.
His measurables are a lot like Daniil Hunter.
That's good to hear.
Height, arm length. Yeah, he's basically a poor man's Yetur Gross Matos.
Well.
But
Gross Matos.
But DJ Wanham, Patterson was a guy he was saying if he's there in the 4th round, we got to take him.
Right.
So he's Patterson's guy, which makes me very, very happy.
Southern Carolina boy.
Big time potential with him.
Cool. All right, let's move on to round 4, pick 24 from Baylor.
That's James Lynch.
James Lynch.
Yeah, he played all over for Baylor.
Nephew of Jane Lynch.
3-tech is his most natural position, I think, which he said in an interview, too. Like, he feels that way, too. He was probably the last pretty good 3-tech that was still there. So, I mean, the Vikings tried to trade up for Justin Madubuike from Texas A&M, I believe. I think they tried trading up for him, but the Ravens took him. So we weren't able to get him. And I guess it's hard to say if we would have taken Jordan Elliott instead of Dantzler in the 3rd round if he had still been there.
Mm-hmm.
That's really hard to say, but I think James Lynch was that last, pretty good 3-tech that was still out there.
Good.
Getting him in the 4th round, so he's definitely a max effort guy.
Good.
He's a guy that plays relentless motor all day, every play. So solid pick 4th round, I'd say.
Yeah. So first 6, we had a wide receiver, 2 corners, a DE, a DT, and an offensive tackle.
Yep.
Not bad. Not
pretty
bad,
good.
Vikings. Not bad. Now moving on, round 4, pick 26, we got an Oregon boy.
Yeah, linebacker Troy Dye. I wasn't too familiar with him. I was a little embarrassed that I kind of didn't know who he was because he's led Oregon in tackles the last 4 years in a row.
Damn. Quack, Ducks.
And I've seen Oregon
Or
play a
whatever the
couple
fuck they're
times.
called. I don't give a shit.
I watched the Rose Bowl, when Oregon beat Wisconsin. From the Oregon games I had seen, I didn't really remember Troy Dye. I can't believe I didn't know who he was. I really should have known him.
Well, you're also not really trying to keep tabs on Oregon players either.
I do watch the Big Ten a lot more than all the other conferences.
Yeah.
He's a guy. He's a name I should have known though. I didn't really know him, but sounds pretty good and instinctive from what I've read. So
good.
Probably a good pick. Well, I mean, we trust all the defensive players we take, with Zimmer doing all the drafting or helping with all the drafting.
Mm-hmm. No doubt in my mind, we build up them defensive boys. Sometimes offensive, you could say, is more questionable, but there's no doubt in my mind that we use our defensive tools.
We have the defensive coaching, so it's like ever since Zimmer became our head coach, I trust all the defensive players we take. So.
Exactly.
So good pick. Troy Dye.
All right. Round 5, pick 24. We got, who do we got?
Harrison Hand.
Harrison Hand. He's going to give us a hand.
Temple.
Corner from Temple.
Don't know much about him. At the combine, he kind of just blended in, I thought. Like, I didn't think he did great or terrible. He's shorter than I thought. I thought he looked a little taller than 5'11".
It says he's 6. He's flat 6 on his...
it says he's 6 foot on his draft profile?
Well, no, it's just kind of like how when Wikipedia just shows on the Google on the side.
Oh.
It just says it there, but...
maybe he is 6 foot. I don't know. Again, I trust all the picks Zimmer takes. So, yeah, we got our third corner.
5'11", 197 pounds, yeah.
I think everyone expected the Vikings to draft at least 3 corners, and we just took a third one in the 5th round with Harrison Hand. So
perfect.
Yeah, filling out the roster, getting some depth. I wouldn't expect Hand to start right away, but
right.
I mean, I could see him making the 53.
Okay.
As a backup. Maybe he's not active on most Sundays to start with.
Right. All right, moving on. Round 5, pick 31. Looks like we go back to the offensive side of the ball.
This one was the biggest head scratcher of the day for me.
Okay.
KJ Osborne from Miami. KJ Hill from Ohio State was still out there. I think KJ Hill's a better receiver than KJ Osborne.
Double KJs, huh?
Oh, there was a KJ Hamler from Penn State, too.
Jesus, too many fucking KJs,
that the Broncos took.
What does it even stand for? King James?
I forget. You'd have to look on his draft profile.
I have no idea what that even means.
But this struck me as a Marcus Sherrill's pick because he returned punts for Miami. The only reason I could think of to take him instead of KJ Hill from Ohio State is just if Spielman felt that KJ Osborne was better at punt returning. So
You're going to fill that role.
If he becomes our punt returner, then I guess I'm okay with it.
Maybe he could be like an elite special teamer.
Yeah, that would be his ceiling, I think.
So not as much on the actual wide receiver end, but
that's
just his classification. But he's a lot more of an awesome special teamer, punt returner.
As a receiver, he's strictly a slot guy.
Okay.
Probably even more than Justin Jefferson. I mean, he would be pretty redundant. This must just be for the punt returning. But the thing is, he was a guy I thought we maybe could have gotten in the 6th or 7th round, and we took him 5th round. I don't see great value with this pick.
Okay.
But at the same time, if he becomes our punt returner, then, all right.
Okay. Moving on, round 6, pick 24. Looks like we go back to the offensive line to protect Kirky Boy.
Yeah, this is another guy I had never heard of, Blake Brandel.
Good
But
old BB.
reading up on him afterwards, PFF had him as I believe, the highest rated pass blocker in the entire draft.
Oh, hey, about it.
So I've never seen him play. He played at Oregon State, I think. He strikes me as he's probably like a practice squad guy the first year.
All right.
Maybe with an outside chance of being a backup on the 53.
All right.
I can't speak to if he's a good run blocker. I don't know. I've never seen him play. All I remember was PFF saying he had like a 93 grade or something for pass blocking.
It's a different game from college to NFL, but that's pretty fucking good, dude. You can't ignore that
Yeah, well,
shit.
and he was a 4-year starter at Oregon State, too.
You can't ignore that shit, man.
We got a couple of those guys, like team captains, 4-year starters. The whole coronavirus thing with virtual meetings and stuff. It feels like Spielman was putting an emphasis on experienced players this year.
Hell yeah, bro. We're going to go into the year guns a-blazing. Guns a-blazing. All right, moving on. Let's keep
Another
rolling
6th
here.
round
We've got like 5 more to get through here.
Yeah.
Round 6, pick 26. We go back to the defensive side of the ball.
Josh Metellus from Michigan.
Okay.
I
Safety?
didn't actually know that he was a safety. I thought he was their slot corner. I think they kind of played him all over, maybe. The games I saw him play, it felt like he was covering the slot guy. I noticed he got beat by KJ Hill from Ohio State quite a bit. I think there's a Twitter page. It's called Barstool OSU.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's the official Ohio State Twitter page, but it's like a fan.
Right.
I think it's a fan thing, but
Right.
it's called Barstool OSU. And they put out a tweet where it's a whole video package of Josh Metellus getting beat by different Ohio State receivers. Just this entire package.
That's asshole-ish.
It's them saying, we're sorry, we're sad to see Josh Metellus go. He was our favorite punching bag.
Kind of like us with McCarthy. Like, no, don't leave.
Yeah,
you got to
yeah.
stay here and keep sucking.
So there's this whole video package of KJ Hill,
Oh,
Paris
man.
Campbell from the year before, Dixon, all these Ohio State receivers just destroying him. I think there was a video on Twitter that made the rounds too from the Senior Bowl where it was like a red zone drill and KJ Hill beat him by like 5 yards or something.
You know what? Let's not think about that.
Well,
Let's
he's a
just-
defensive player though,
Yeah.
so we trust all the defensive players, right?
Yeah, he'll be dude. He's playing with the 2 best safeties in the fucking league. If you don't think he's going to improve, you crazy.
Well, this is the best position he could have landed in.
Yeah.
I mean, Zimmer coaching him up, and
Harrison Smith, Ant-Man.
Well, and we had no
The
safeties
fuck
on the
outta here.
roster besides those 2.
Yeah.
It's wide open for him to win a backup spot.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
we'll see how it works, but yeah, he definitely. I saw the Ohio State Michigan game this year. He got his ass handed to him a couple times. But,
Hey, that's okay. Nobody's perfect.
well, yeah, it happens. I mean, it does happen.
We gotta be homerish about it. We gotta be positive
Yeah.
about it.
Athletically at the combine, it looked like he wasn't really anything special, but he wasn't super slow either. I think he ran a 4.55 40, which that's enough for Zimmer to work with.
Right.
So
You
let's
don't need
move
to
on.
have blazing speed as a corner. You need to be quick.
As a
I
well,
guess.
he's a safety.
Or,
though.
yeah. As a safety.
See, I thought he
you don't
was
need to
a
be
slot
blazing
corner.
as a safety.
Yeah, I guess I don't know. He must have
You
played
can't be
all
slow
over.
either. Can't be fucking.
Can't be slow.
Because you got to go fill those gaps. and
Didn't know he was a safety. I wouldn't trust him to make the roster as a corner, but as a safety, he might have a shot.
shit. All right. Moving on, we got round 7, pick 11. 7-11. Looks like we went to Michigan for this guy.
Michigan State.
Michigan State.
Yeah, we went to their rival. I can't believe this guy was still there in the 7th round. Kenny Wilicus.
Kenny Wilicus.
I
Defensive end.
Oh wow,
Kenny Wilicus.
I think a couple of episodes ago, this wasn't the last time, but a couple episodes ago, I remember kind of saying if we could get like Wilicus in the 5th round, I'd be pretty happy.
And we got him in the 7.
Because there were some good edge rushers in the Big Ten this year. We got him in the 7th round. If there was a Jared Allen comparison in this draft, a guy that's maybe not the biggest guy in the world, athletically didn't test off the charts, but just had a relentless motor.
Just relentless.
Because remember, Jared
quick
Allen
on the outside.
Jared Allen was drafted in the 4th round by the Chiefs the year he came out. And the knock against him was like, oh, is he athletic enough? Is he big enough?
Right.
Is he fast enough?
He wasn't a small dude.
He was maybe a little undersized for the position.
True.
But he just had such a relentless motor, just one of the hardest working guys in the building, and he ended up having like a Hall of Fame career.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Kenny Wilicus is a nonstop max effort guy too, a lot like
Nice.
James Lynch.
Nice.
I
like
couldn't
it.
believe he was still there in the 7th round. So I
guess everybody was prioritizing. I guess most teams didn't need a DE.
I don't know. I guess the athleticism numbers. I don't.
They're
get
scared.
It.
They're scared, man.
I don't
They're
get
scared.
it. I couldn't believe he was still there. This is a steal. I like it.
Good.
I think he's going to make the team as a backup.
Great.
I'd rather have Kenny Wilicus than like Anthony Zettel.
Right.
We signed him as a free agent this year. I'd rather have Wilicus right now.
And that'll pan itself out.
Yeah, that'll work.
pan
We'll
itself
see
out.
what happens.
Yeah.
I guess it's possible he becomes a practice squad guy the first year, but
True.
I'd give him a pretty good chance of making the 53.
All right. We got 3 left here. Round 7, pick 30.
Yep, Nate Stanley.
Iowa quarterback.
Interesting.
We took a quarterback? What?
Not sure what to think of this pick.
At least it's not Jordan Love.
I've seen him play a few times. Yeah, I'd rather have Stanley in the 7th round than Jordan Love in the 1st.
Stanley?
He's one of those guys I don't know if he's good or not. I've seen him play a few times, but I mean, Iowa runs the football a lot.
Right.
They
so it's
run
kind
the
of
football
an
a lot.
odd sample size.
They're not like a run and shoot, let's sling the ball all over the place type of team.
Right.
So I don't think he ever had a season where he completed over 60% of his passes. But God, I watching the team play, it's like I don't know if their quarterback is good or not. Like Alex Smith for a lot of years, like people just didn't know if he was good or not.
He's a big boy. He's 6'4", because you want a tall QB to see down the
He's
field.
got size.
He's 6'4", 243 pounds.
He's
Like
not
that.
the most mobile QB in the world. He ain't Lamar Jackson.
I'd rather have a tall dude that could, like a Peyton Manning, a Tom Brady. Well, maybe not Tom as much, but like a Peyton Manning, a tall dude that can take some fucking bumps, man.
Okay.
That's what I'd look for in a quarterback. I want a tall dude who's composed and he can take some fucking sacks and get back up, and he's not fucking over on the bench half the fucking season like Sam Bradford because he got sacked twice. I want some fucking power, I want some height and some power and some durability.
It's a 7th round pick.
Yeah.
He'll compete with Jake Browning for the 3rd QB spot.
Mm-hmm.
I'm okay with the pick. With the changes to the practice squad, like there are 12 practice squad spots now instead of 10, and the new rules are they make it less likely for another team to grab a practice squad guy from you.
Yeah.
That kind of makes these late round picks a little more important and a little more valuable now.
Right.
So, I mean, all these late round picks, I think it was a good strategy from Spielman.
Yeah. Cool. Hopeful. See what he can do.
I mean, a lot of fans might not like it. Like, well, what are the odds late round picks make the team? You know what? With the more practice squad spots that are there now, that number is going to go up.
Yeah.
Well, and plus, I mean, with all the undrafted stuff and everything, like this year, they didn't want to be as involved in that mad scramble. So they just they drafted guys that they wanted more, and so we didn't have to sign that many undrafted guys.
At the end of the day, it's business and numbers, too.
Oh, hell, the next
It's
pick.
business and numbers. Yeah, last two. We got round 7, pick 35. We took
Brian Cole, yeah.
Brian Cole,
Cameron
baby.
Dantzler's teammate from Mississippi State.
A safety from
Yep.
MISSI.
He's a safety. They played him all over too. He blitzed a lot, I remember. They sent him on the blitz a fair amount. The body style is comparable to Harrison Smith, is what people have said. Like he's kind of 6'1", 6'2",
a little bit more slender,
210. Well, he's
the slender side.
He's pretty good size for a safety. Like 6'1", 6'2".
I guess most
like
safeties aren't really like bigger. They're usually quick, taller, slender.
The Viking safeties are two of the bigger safeties in the league. Harrison Smith and Anthony Harris.
As far as height?
As far as height and weight.
Yeah.
I mean, Harrison Smith's like 210, 215. Like he's
and they're the two best, period. So
pretty much
get fucked.
Brian Cole has potential. I like the pick. The thing is, he had already agreed to an undrafted, like the Seahawks. He had agreed with them to be an undrafted free agent for them.
Really?
Yeah, he was going to go to the Seahawks, but then the Vikings drafted him with one of the last picks. So
get fucked, Seahawks.
Yeah, take that.
Nobody cares. Get fucked. Yeah,
I think
6'2".
by then the Seahawks had used all their draft picks up, so they were already, like pretty much like every other team, they were already starting to call their undrafted guys like, hey, if you don't get drafted, come here.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, we snatched Brian Cole from the Seahawks.
Cool. And apparently he has kick return experience.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, apparently. Potential for use on special teams and kick return experience.
Oh, that's what his draft profile says?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, that's in his strengths area.
Alrighty. Yeah, I didn't remember that, actually.
Yeah.
I mean, when you watch a Mississippi State game, your eyes are pretty much drawn to Cameron Dantzler.
Right.
Oh, that guy is so good.
There's so many specific things they comment on in that pros and cons and that strengths and weaknesses and that on some of those profiles. It's so specific, but all right.
Well, that's guys that, like, that's what they get paid to do.
Right.
They get
just
paid to watch college film.
Analyze, yeah.
When you watch the same player 50 plays in a row, you start seeing tendencies like on footwork and all those sorts of things. So,
all right. Last pick. Round 7, pick 39. We take who?
I had no idea who this was. Yeah, it was a guy that played
Washburn.
Washburn.
Washburn
Kyle Hinton.
Guard. So he's a guard.
Well, I think he
right?
played tackle, and
It says G on here, but
well, I think he played tackle in college, but he's projected to be a guard at the next level.
okay.
So I think they already switched it on whatever you're looking at.
The Vikings website, yes.
Well, maybe he did play guard. I mean, I had never heard of him. And
a big boy.
I still don't know much about him. How tall is he? Do you have that up there?
He is 6'2", 295 pounds.
Okay, yeah, he's built more like a guard than a
Big
tackle.
boy.
Well,
Big boy.
That's actually a little undersized for an O-lineman.
But for height, but 300 pounds?
295, that's still a little on the light side for, I mean, Garrett Bradbury's
Fucking big boy.
303, I think, or 305.
Well, it's barely more, but yeah.
Well, but, I mean, yeah. He's definitely built. How long are his arms? Does it
A 300-pound motherfucker is a big motherfucker. I don't care what sport you're playing. That's a fat motherfucker.
Compared to other O-linemen, not so much. What's his arm length? Does it say?
I don't know if I have that here specifically.
It would be near where his height is. It would have arm length. Go up.
Well, I'm just on NFL.com here. It doesn't. It's just got dashes.
Oh, it doesn't have arm length.
It's got dashes for arms and dashes for hands.
Well, judging
here.
from that height and weight, I would guess guard would be his most natural position. But yeah, never seen him play. Don't know anything about him at all.
Apparently, he's a track and field competitor with explosive hips. He has rapid response off the snap, gets him to cut off blocks backside. He's able to excel and work up blocker to second level. He has a smooth and ability to pull and when adjusting to movement.
That sounds like a zone blocking scheme guy.
Yeah, they got a lot of good strengths here for him.
I cannot confirm or deny if I would agree with that had I saw him play.
Right.
Because I've never seen him play. Yes, I mean, it was like, the second to last pick of the whole draft or third to last pick or something.
He could work out to be a solid, even just a rotational backup.
Well, if he's a practice squad guy the
at
first year and then makes that
first
roster the next year, that's a good pick for a 7th rounder.
Yeah, hell yeah. A lot. He might go a lot further than some other unmentionables.
Drafting 15 guys this year was a good move, I think.
Willie Beavers.
I mean, this
TJ
was
Clemmings.
this was one of the deepest drafts I can remember. So yeah, getting 15 guys out of this draft, that's a good move.
Hell yeah,
good move.
Hell yeah. We don't want any weak motherfuckers.
Tom Brady, right?
Tom Brady was a weak bitch. We don't want any peanut allergy fucking shitty combine looking weak people like TB. And by that I mean Tampa Bay. Tom Brady's in Tampa Bay. TB's in TB. Get it? I don't think I played that drop yet. That's why I'm just flung it out there. I don't think I had played it yet. Yeah, that was
right,
me from the last episode.
All the Vikings picks.
Yep.
You saw the first round. I don't know. With what you know, what other teams besides the Vikings do you think had a pretty good draft?
I didn't. You think I really paid attention? I don't know, man.
Right.
I'm jealous of who the Bucks took because we wanted fucking most of them.
The Bucks got a couple
That's
of
just jealousy.
Good players I would have liked to get.
Jealousy of Winfield Jr.
I think besides
Tyler
the Vikings,
Johnson.
the team that had the best draft was the Ravens.
The Ravens.
The Ravens got a lot. Oh man,
purple and purple, purple in the fucking Super Bowl, bro.
Gillberg will like hearing me say that.
Gillberg.
But the Ravens, they did really well. They got value at just about every spot, and they got good players. I mean, shoot, the Packers, they took Jordan Love when they could have gotten Patrick Queen. That linebacker from LSU. And the Packers, they lost their leading tackler from last year, Blake Martinez. He went to the Giants as a free agent. I mean, you could have argued Patrick Queen instead of a receiver because then they could have gotten a receiver 2nd round, 3rd round, whatever.
So you're saying the Packers are going to be garbage?
Well, they had a bad draft is what I'm saying. I mean, Aaron Rodgers...
They've lost a lot of people.
Aaron Rodgers is still a good player.
Yeah.
So, I mean, they might still have a decent season because of Aaron Rodgers, but...
He's the only hope they're always usually hanging on to.
If you just said, okay, like if you took all 32 teams and didn't say who they were, like team 1...
In a vacuum.
Well, if you said team 1, team 2, team 3, and you just listed all the players each team took and everything, I would look through that 32-team list and point to the Packers draft, and I would legit say, what the hell were these guys thinking? What team is this?
It's like a random person like me doing like a mock fantasy draft and just taking weird shit that has no rhyme or reason, pretty much.
Trading up for Jordan Love wasn't necessary. They could have gotten him anyway. Well, plus they had Patrick Queen that they could have taken.
A better quarterback.
Well, Patrick Queen was a linebacker from LSU.
But in general, they could have taken a better quarterback.
But they're... Well, yeah, I mean, but there were better players, too.
Right.
Other positions.
Best available, yeah.
I mean, they did not go best player available this draft.
Idiots.
They traded up for one of the worst QBs in the draft this year, I think. The 2nd round...
Hot take right here. You heard it here first.
In the 2nd round, they took a running back from Boston College, A.J. Dillon. He's like a big bowling ball. Like, he's sort of a Derrick Henry type, and he could end up being...
bowling ball?
Well, he could end up being okay. Like, he did... reasonably well at the combine for his size, but they could have got him in the 4th round and they took him in the 2nd round. Massive reach, right? Same thing in the 3rd round. They took that tight end from Cincinnati. He's a guy they could have gotten in the 6th round and they took him in the 3rd. And what makes it even worse, after the draft, LaFleur, I think it was, their head coach, I think it was him, but Matt LaFleur said that they're planning on switching him to a fullback. So they drafted a fullback in the 3rd round. Oh my!
And the Packers.
Teams just don't pick fullbacks that high. C.J. Ham was a UDFA for us, for God's sake.
Most people don't even have a fullback.
Well, some teams have one, some teams don't. But
I feel like it's something more in this area. In like the NFC North, I feel like it's more common in like the Midwest
because of the old black and blue division.
I guess. Yeah.
Well. I mean, it's good to have a good fullback. C.J. Ham was an undrafted free agent for us, and he's one of the better fullbacks in the league.
Yeah.
I mean, for this draft pick to end up being worth it, this guy has to be better than Kyle Juszczyk, the guy for the 49ers.
Right.
He got drafted, I forget, I think maybe it was the Ravens that drafted him back in 2013. He was a 4th-round pick.
Yeah.
He's the best fullback in the league, like by far. He was a 4th-round pick, and the Packers took this guy in the 3rd round. Like, he has to be better than the best fullback in the league for this pick to be worth it. Yeah, the first 3 or 4 picks by the Packers, they didn't know what they were doing. As
And
a
you know
Viking
what?
fan,
We
that
love
makes
it.
me very happy.
We love it. You know what? Keep up the good work,
Shouldn't that
motherfuckers.
cheese be in your mouth, not on your head?
Jam more cheese in your fucking gullet,
This
too,
is
while
the
you're at
second year in a row the Packers wasted a first-round pick. They
They're
wasted
fucking
a pick
dumb,
on
dude.
Rashawn Gary last year.
it. Fucking stupid.
Then they traded up. I mean, last year they traded up for Darnell Savage for their second first-round pick.
Who?
Well, and he's a decent player, but they didn't have to trade up to get him. They could
Right.
have stayed right where they were at and gotten him. You know, Darnell Savage is fine, but Rashawn Gary, I thought, was a complete wasted pick. And I think Jordan Love, same thing. I think this is going to end
Can't
up being
wait.
a wasted pick.
Can't wait. No. He's the new. They're going to groom him as the new Aaron Rodgers replacement.
Yeah.
We want him to come in and replace Aaron Rodgers. He's
Yeah.
going to be really fucking shitty for the next fucking 5 years. That's
Yeah.
great. Perfect.
The Packer fans that say that they have a pedigree with quarterbacks, they're so good with quarterbacks.
Yeah, you've had two motherfuckers.
Because they've had Favre and
Two.
Rodgers. They're completely ignoring Brian Braum in the second round. They're completely ignoring that Brett Hundley was supposed to be the next guy.
Oh,
right?
Hundley. I remember him.
And he was awful.
Yeah.
They don't have a pedigree.
I mean, you can look at like Bart Starr back in the day. He was fucking cool.
He was pretty good. I mean, Aaron Rodgers is very good, but the Packers aren't any better at drafting QBs than they didn't even draft Brett Favre. They traded for him after the Falcons drafted him. So,
and they wanted Alex Smith over Rodgers.
well, Mike McCarthy did. That was back when he was with the 49ers.
Fucking cheeseburger McCarthy.
Yeah,
dude.
Mike McCarthy legit thought that Alex Smith was better than Aaron Rodgers. So, there you go.
All right. Well, don't step on the tracks when the Vikings are fucking drafting, bro.
Choo-choo, the A train will run right through it.
Fucking A, man.
How do you
that,
think the rest of the division did?
That I don't know, and I don't care. This episode's already gone on too fucking long. That's
Okay.
what I'm worried about, bro. Ramble. We're at the 87-minute mark.
Oh, wow.
So let's get the fuck out of my studio.
Okay, yeah,
bro.
we'll
Get your
wrap it up
coughing
right
ass
here.
out of here.
We'll call it right here then.
Everybody, thank you for listening. This was episode 109. We did our best to sloppily put this together for you. We'll be back about a month from now, maybe mid-June, and we'll try to put something fun together, maybe some entertainment, even if there isn't any news. Everybody stay safe, stay home and whatnot, and listen to podcards, listen to other Vikings podcards. Go to the Purple Radio
Go to
network.
purplepainforums.com.
Purple Pain
check them
Forums.
out. Go to Vikings Territory and check out all the Viking
VikingsTerritory.com.
podcasts and everything.
You got it, man.
Even I know what to do.
You do.
I'm
And
not
you're-
tech savvy.
And you're
Yeah, little the craziness too.
little crazy.
Yeah, if
But yeah.
I can join Purple Pain Forums, anyone can.
And we were clacking on our keyboards during the draft. I didn't
In the first
contribute
round,
much,
yeah.
but semi-trolling, but yeah.
In the first round, we were both kind of typing reactions as we went and everything.
Looking at funny meme pictures, memes and stuff. Oh yeah, like the weird shit going on in the background of some of the people's Skype videos and stuff.
Yeah, the Titans one or the Texans or maybe it was Bill O'Brien's house, but somebody was on the toilet seat in the mirror that you could see it.
Just taking a fucking shit during the draft.
Well, it was off the reflection of the mirror, like it wouldn't have normally been visible, but you could see.
Oh, that's fantastic.
Props to Mike Zimmer's house. I think he had the
man,
nicest
best
house.
fucking house, dude.
Yeah.
The ranch. Oh, I'm sure you had vegans hating the animals and hanging up in the back, but man, best fucking house in the fucking draft.
He had
bro.
the Zimmer Ranch
hell
like
yeah,
engraved
dude.
in the fireplace
Hell
and
yeah.
everything. Loved it.
Loved it. And anybody that hates on Zimmer, get the fuck out of here. How can you not love that dude in his ranch, man?
And Spielman was caffeinated up during the draft
Yeah, he
quite a
was.
bit. If you
Six
watch
screens and
he had a ton of screens.
banners
If you
and-
watch the Nate Stanley video call, like on YouTube, they have there's part with the late round picks where it's him calling them to congratulate him and saying welcome to Minnesota and everything. While he's calling Nate Stanley, there's just like 3 or 4 beverages all over his workstation. One of them was a Caribou coffee, I think.
Nice.
And he just had papers
Attaboy.
spread out all over his desk and everything, just papers scattered everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Spielman was caffeinated up, and he was laying the lumber.
Because he fucking cares about this fucking team. So shut up about fucking hating on him. If
He
you
had a
hate-
good draft.
If you hate Spielman, you're a fucking asshole.
See, this was a year I legit think the Vikings might have the best draft in the league.
Fuck yeah.
The last time I felt this way, 5 years ago, 2015 draft. when we ended up getting Eric Kendricks, Daniil Hunter, Stefan Diggs.
Have you looked at the analyst gradings of everybody? Are we pretty high on most analysts?
We're pretty high on pretty much
like
all of
top
them.
5 on every single fucking one?
Yeah, pretty much.
All right.
Yeah.
Cool.
The Vikings,
There you
Ravens,
go.
the Colts, I think a lot of teams liked.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right, we're at the 90-minute mark. Let's get the fudge out of here. It is May 10th. Yeah, everybody stay safe out there.
Happy Mother's Day, everybody.
Yes, it is Mother's Day weekend. Happy Mother's Days to all you mothers out there. Might have some listening. Hammer's single ladies.
Yeah, that I am.
He'll pay for your kids' tuition real quick.
The A-Train's in the process of buying a house.
That's right. That's
So
right.
there you go.
Little new
A-Train's going to have his bachelor pad, too.
a little new Vikings condo ready for the Vikings Nation. But yeah, check us out online, odinsdenpodcast.com. We still got our merch on Redbubble, TeePublic. We got our Amazon link to click through. I know I've been doing a lot of Amazon shopping, trying to get things to come to my house.
Like
and
toilet
not
paper
go out
and
as
stuff?
much. No, I don't order toilet paper on Amazon. But I Amazon shop almost. I'm ordering on there almost every other week anyway. But if
You got to get stuff for your new house.
if you order on there a lot and you want to support us, you can click through our link. It doesn't cost
The
anything.
Patreon thing.
Yes. We also still have the Patreon as well if you want to go sign up there. And maybe we'll do some giveaways on there. That's all still kind of coming down the pipeline. It's very new, so nothing to worry about there. But check it out if you'd like. We'd appreciate it. We want to thank you for listening.
Yeah, do what you want.
Telling a friend. Do whatever the fuck you want. You know what I
Hell
mean?
yeah. Damn right.
This is America, bitch. Buy a gun and shoot it in the air in an Arby's parking lot. I don't give a fuck.
Don't
do
do
a
that.
line of coke at the bus stop.
don't
I
do
don't
that.
give
Don't do
a
that either.
fuck. Be a degenerate. I'll cheer you on from the stands. But yes, check us out online, Facebook, Twitter, the Instantgram. We try to stay active on the social media.
Well, you do.
Yes. Yes, check out our website. It's way better than most other Viking podcast websites at odindenpodcast.com. Why can't I fucking say it right? Odin's.
It's been an hour and a half. We're slipping.
Odinsdenpodcast.com, obviously minus the apostrophe before the S. Yes, check us out. And where you listen to all your favorite podcasts. I believe we're on Pandora now, Spotify, YouTube. I'm going to put the Gillberg video up on the YouTube video. So yeah, it's May 10th. Any final words, bitch?
Toot toot, A-Train.
That's not. It sounds more like this.
Hammer out.
The A-Train will run right through it.
Run right through everything,
Hammer
especially
out.
the old Corona. All right, Hammer's out. I'm out. Have a good rest of your week. Happy Mother's Day. Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to Odin's Den. Be sure to follow us on iTunes, Stitcher, and YouTube. Get all of the latest at odinsdenpodcast.com. Skol!
It's one of the best podcasts I've ever seen.